Opponent Ben Craggy coming to the cage, and again, Rob, 4 fights, 2 wins, 2 losses. We've probably seen them all, and on paper I think this is a good matchup.
Yeah, I think so. I think Ben's a very talented fighter, very well rounded. Again, we've talked about schools all night tonight and camps and instruction. This guy comes from another phenomenal camp based here in London.
I think where Ben Craggy can get the jump on Earl Brown is a fighter that settles down into his fight. You know what I mean? He's not a guy that's going to come straight out the gates, 5-6 punches. He's going to get that jab working. He's going to ease into the fight. If Ben Craggy can get the jump, come out the gates blazing, he might just surprise Earl Brown. However, again, let's go back to that durability in the head work and also the lateral movement by Earl Brown. This is, like you said, a very interesting fight.
So basically what we're saying here, Pierre, is Ben Craggy really needs Earl Brown to feel the pain early.
Without a doubt.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is in the Ultimate Challenge middleweight division. Now let me introduce your fighter in the red corner. He weighed in at 84 kilograms. Representing SWS Fight Team, please welcome Earl Brown. And now welcome his opponent in the blue corner. He weighed in at 84 kilograms. He has a record of 2 wins with 2 losses, representing Team Titan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ben Craggy.
Now, one thing that needs to be mentioned here, guys, but it's mentioned every fight, so maybe we ought to stop it after this one. Earl Brown, 36 years of age, Ben Craggy, 26 years of age. But because of the fact that Earl entered late, he's a 36-year-old with a 26-year-old mentality, really, isn't he?
Earl!
Yeah, without a doubt.
In your corner.
I believe that had he had those extra 10 years, it's definitely a sport he would have loved to have been into as a younger man, having gotten into it at a later stage.
But Pierre, he's not like a 36-year-old man that's been in since he was 20 and had 80-odd fights. So he's still fresh in that sense, isn't he?
No elbows, no kicks to the head of the dome.
Yeah, and here's the thing: his body hasn't taken a lot of damage, and on top of that, we've already stated before with Couture showing that as long as you train smart, you can do the things that normally people wouldn't think that you could do.
And that's it. But on paper, Rob, I'm very interested by this one. I think this is a great little matchup.
We're about to find out as the door closes and both guys get ready.
Ben, are you ready? Let's have it.
So first a potential 3, Rob.
That's right, Earl Brown, Ben Craggy. Ben Craggy opens things up with a nice low kick.
And Pierre, you did say this is what you felt he needed to do, didn't he? And he's taken, as it were, your advice and really got to Earl Brown very, very quickly.
Yeah, and like I said, Team Titan will have already, they would have done their homework and know that, hey, Earl Brown is a slow starter. So let's get the jump on him and let's score points and possibly surprise him, possible knockout, possible submission. We'll see.
Earl Brown fights it to the ground.
That was a beautiful head-arm tie-up takedown right there. And that's just showing the evolvement of his game, because 3 or 4 fights ago, he wouldn't have been able to do that takedown.
No, I think, Rob, picking up on Pierre's point, 3 or 4 fights ago, people have said, look, watch out for his boxing, then take him down. Not that easy anymore, is it?
Definitely not. I mean, Ben Craggy's on the bottom there, who we know is well-versed in ground. Pulling half guard with Earl Brown trying to, I believe, get inside on the neck. But Craggy doing a good job of defending, trying to keep that arm away.
Now, Brown's got to utilize this, this position, because if the action is so slow that, the referee stands it back up, I think that will be a missed opportunity. However, saying that, I think he's got the arm underneath the chin, and he needs to turn it out.
That's right, he's got Craggy folded up at the moment, reaching in on that neck. Craggy's arm.
He's about to tap. He's about to tap.
He's going red face. Craggy trying to adjust to find a position to breathe. Earl Brown trying to get it in deeper. Change his position.
Now, that was a missed opportunity. He could have pulled him back into guard. However, now he's going standing guillotine.
And it's on tight. You can see Craggy's head. Earl Brown stretching the technique, trying to lock it in tight. Craggy doing a good job.
Craggy needs to take him down and go into a T position so he could, move out into a 69 or a north-south position. However, instead he chooses to gut it out.
Good sportsmanship there from both men, Rob, but that early start from Ben Craggy quickly negated by Earl Brown.
Now, I'll tell you what, that lateral movement, which I said that, you know, helps him stay durable, he's taking that away. Craggy is taking that away from Brown because he's going to stop, you know, the movement by Brown because, you know, that large muscle, it's going to be, you know, he's going to shut that down.
Rob, he really has targeted that lead leg.
It's a smart move. I mean, let's be honest, as we know about most boxers, they need to base on that front leg before they let go with their hands. Taking out that front leg is a very, very smart tactical move by Craggy.
Yeah, picking up what you said now, though, what I also like by Craggy is he's now giving doubt to Earl Brown. Is the leg coming, or is he going to bring that overhand right? Suddenly, you're not sure which is coming.
Feint the low, come up with the high.
And you can see Earl Brown just slightly, I believe I almost saw a limp there in that front leg, so Craggy's kicks definitely starting to take their toll.
Now what he may want to do is switch to southpaw. Change the leg that's catching the damage.
Craggy really working combinations, starting with that leg.
Well, it's a smart fight so far from Craggy. He's done everything that you asked, Pierre. He's mixed it up. He's got Earl thinking about that lead leg so he can then throw the hand. He's kept him under pressure.
Now what Earl's doing that I don't like is now he's starting to reach for that low line kick, that tie kick. If he fakes low and comes up, he's going to eat shin, and that's going to be a bad night for Earl Brown.
Well, you can see the discomfort now as Earl Brown starts to move around. It's definitely causing him some concern. And again, Craggy lands a kick.
It's not just concern now, Rob. That leg's almost gone.
That's 5 or 6 unanswered kicks. He needs to check that, meaning that he comes up with the shin and does an eagle block to take away the depth.
Oh, that's over. That is over.
Big shot.
What a shot. And that's how he set it up with those low kicks. Everything there from Craggy was almost perfection. What a performance.
Very, very, very smart fight.
Craggy looks like a different fighter in this bout. Now here's the closest that Brown came to ending this bout is with that standing guillotine choke. And I thought he had it. However, Craggy gutted it out. Low line kick again. Another tie kick comes. And that was the story of the evening, the low line kicks. And as he comes up, boom.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 minutes, 5 seconds of the first round, we have a winner by the way of knockout from Team Septex, Ben Craggy. And ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to your runner-up, Earl Brown.
Amazing finish, the first knockout of the night. How you feeling, brother?
Fantastic. I've never trained so hard for a fight. I know Earl's such a durable guy. He'll fight anyone, anytime, anywhere. He couldn't have cared about me. You know what I mean? He's fought much tougher and much harder. I worked so hard, 10 weeks. I made the weight 2 weeks ago. I've never been so fit. My game plan's quality. Dan Harris, Semtex, Ryan Robinson, all my sparring partners. I was so ready for this. Unfortunately, Earl was at the back end of me losing 3 fights in a row. I had to have this win.
I mean, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to come back. Like you said, you was on a down cycle, 3 fights, but you sucked it up, got in there. And I mean, like you say, Earl's no mug. I mean, he was in there against Paul Cahoon, taking some serious leather. So you've obviously got that diamond, bruv.
Yeah, well, I tell you, when I see Paul's fight, I thought, man, Earl's took a bit off more than what he can chew. But man, he did so well, and it made me think, damn. I've sort of took on a fight that's a bit big here, but I couldn't let anyone take it away from me. I wanted this so badly. Like I don't know how well I'd have come back after this loss. But
now, well done, mate. You deserve it. Round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ben Craggy!
Jason, I don't know about you. I want to know if the fans in here, do you love knockouts?